Coach, at the start of this all, a lot of new faces. Is this starting to feel like a team?
Well, we're making progress, you know, and obviously everything is new to everybody. But you know, one of the biggest challenges is everybody's new to each other as well. With Troy's injury, the only player that played games with any extended minutes for us is Tulio. You know, Malik sat out, Isaiah didn't play that many games, and then everybody else is new to the program. So it's definitely a work in progress. Guys are working hard to try to get there. You know, being connected and trusting each other and doing all the things that you want your team to do. But that is a process, and it's a process that you got to build on every day.
Coach, in a recent interview, you said that you want to play at a high pace. Last season, the average number of possessions for a D1 team was 68. Can you elaborate on playing with pace?
Well, you know, when I ever talk about pace, you know, that doesn't mean that we're just wildly going up and down the court and chucking at the bucket. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You can't play that way. But we do want to push the ball. Some of that is going to be dependent on number of players. You know, you have to have a solid bench and a rotation off the bench in order to play a little faster. But we want to take advantage of opportunities when the pace is there for us to throw the ball ahead, attacking the open court, attacking the first post. Our post players, again, as I mentioned, have a lot of experience playing at this level, a lot of minutes. So you want to get them in the ball in the post before the defense is set. It makes it easier for them. But that puts the onus on them to run the court as well. So the pace and space that we play at, I think, is something that we want to keep emphasizing. And according to how things go, then you have to make adjustments as the season moves on.
You've mentioned before that you feel like the support from the administration and people here for this program to make the next level. There's still a cost of doing business. So is it incumbent upon y'all just to put an entertaining product on the field that people will pay to come see?
Well, I think that's where you eventually want to get to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think there's so many aspects in the building a program where people are supportive of it,
yeah,
are behind it, are excited about it. And in a lot of aspects in college athletics, it's more than just what goes on in the court as well. Are you running the program that people can be proud of? Not only South Florida alum, but obviously the great community of Tampa as well. And that's all part of the pieces that we're trying to put together and that we're emphasizing. You want to make sure that the effort and energy that you play with, people are excited about. And also you want to share the vision of where you're going to get to and how you're going to get to with them. And that is done, you know, on the court. You know, people are able to see that. Young guys playing well, upperclassmen taking leadership roles, all those different things. There's a lot of intangibles that go with that as well. But that's obviously the game plan.
You've seen your team practice a lot, but is there still some sort of element of mystery because you haven't seen them in an actual game yet?
Yeah, there is, you know, and Friday will give us a little bit, but usually, you know, the old coach is saying, you know, 10 games in, you got a little better feel for where you're at. May take us a little longer, may take us a little earlier, you know what I mean? But again, what we need to focus on is our daily habits, what we're doing on a daily basis. Are we building the correct habits? Because what you see in a game, you're going to see glimpses of in practice as well. And so the best opportunity we have to be successful and play well in live competition is to build the habits on a daily basis. And you know, that energy level, that positive attitude, that effort that we give has to be built every day. And that's when you're building something, that's always the biggest challenge. Not only with the returning players, but also with all the new guys as well.
Has this team developed a scrappy Ryan Gregory defensive mentality yet?
Not yet. Not yet. That's a work in progress as well. Concept-wise, I think they have a better feel for what we need to do. Execution isn't always there. a lot of stuff has been thrown at them, and that's kind of how you do it, you know. And then you take a step back and you build it back up. And you know, we have a pretty sound teaching philosophy in terms of drill work, live drill work, and live competition and different things like that. But that does take some time. More so because our entire defensive philosophy is based on 5 guys working as one, and all 5 guys are looking over to the left and looking over to the right and try to remember the guy's name. You know what I mean? So I think that's one of the things, because I always say, you know, you see a lot more selfishness on defense than on offense. I got my man, and it doesn't matter what's going on anywhere else. The mentality that our defensive philosophy is based on is, I got my guys back, you know, and everything is based on 5 guys working as one. 1 guy on the ball, 4 guys help cover the ball, and that not only is that maybe a shift in the philosophy, that's also a point of emphasis that needs to be driven home every single day. All good?
Thank you,
Appreciate
Coach.
you, Coach.